depends entirely on who you choose to be from this moment on. I've loved preparing for this training because it's really given me the opportunity to dig deep and reflect on the 9 months of activity and personal development that it took for me to earn the AIT incentive trip. So here comes my first call to action. I want you all to just think back to a time in your Arbonne journey where you were absolutely on it. You were sponsoring, you were in activity, you were seeing results. For some of you, this might actually be when you were a brand new consultant. For some of you, it's when you were going for district, pushing for area, going region or nation. But actually, for some of you, it might be right now. Okay, so if that's you, then just keep doing exactly what you're doing. Don't take that foot off the pedal for a moment. Keep focused, continue to grow, and really, really enjoy this time because it feels amazing when you're in activity, doesn't it? For everyone else, I want you to take yourself back to that time and just acknowledge what you were doing. So what were you actually reading throughout this time? What was your morning routine like? What were your daily, weekly and monthly activities? And just simply do it again. You know you can do it because you've done it before, so just take yourself back there and repeat your own success. It really, really doesn't matter what's been and gone in between that time, you know you can do it again. AIT was launched in July 2014, and for me, I made a decision, I made a plan, and then I tracked my progress. So every single time I checked my web stats, I would also track my AIT as well. At that time, I was an area manager in qualification with 11,000 success line QV. So you might be thinking, oh, happy days, on her way to area. But my reality was that my central district was 3,500 QV, so I had work to do. And that's when I actually learned one of the most valuable lessons in my Arbonne journey, and to this very day is still my biggest light bulb moment. And for me, that was coming to the realisation that anything outside of that central district, that gold that Hetty was talking about, was not a true reflection of my business. And at that time, I had one district manager promoted out. So anything beyond that 3,500 was her business, it wasn't mine. So for me to have that mindset just created this laser beam focus right into my central district. And it's really, really true what they say, what you focus on grows, because then the following month, we ended just under 7,000 central QV volume. So just think about what you're currently focusing on. My focus remained here, and by the December 2014, we were ending the year on over 12,000 central district QV, and I had become an area manager in the process. But what exactly was I doing to create that kind of volume? To be completely honest, I just kept things really, really simple. I stuck to the system like glue, and I trusted in this process. I had to keep things simple because I was a full-time mum and my baby girl was just 8 months old. She wasn't in nursery, and I was teaching between 3 and 5 fitness classes a week. So I just didn't even have the headspace to even try and overcomplicate things. I was fortunate, but also I would say equally unfortunate to have come into this business with quite a large network. And so up until the point of AIT being launched, I'd actually held myself back from prospecting, making new friends and building new networks. But now, that network was starting to run dry. So my top tip, number 1, is to make new contacts and build new networks from day one. So if you're a brand new consultant right now, throw yourself into this and be making new friendships wherever you go so that you never run out of people to talk to. So for me, this is when I just had to throw myself into it, and I committed to making 30 friends in 30 days. I also, on top of that, had to have a little word with myself and really open my eyes to who was still in my warm network. People that I had actually written off, I had decided for them that they wouldn't be interested. I decided they were either too young, too old, hadn't spoken to them in a certain amount of years. But it was actually these people that ended up joining my business. So that comes to tip number 2, open your eyes, because your network is probably bigger and better than you think. My district manager bonus then became my number one goal, and no matter what, I was going to get my district manager bonus every month, or I was going to die trying. And that has been my mentality ever since. But this has to come from consistent income-producing activity, because for me, and for all of you, that's the only thing you can control. My schedule will be different to some of yours here, and my priorities are different to yours. But for me, I focused on doing 3 one-to-ones a week, between 2 to 4 product workshops a month, and 2 to 4 product drops a month. Yours will allow more, or it will allow less. But as long as you're consistent in whatever you're doing, that will eventually lead to momentum. So that was my tip number 3, district manager bonus. Tip number 4, develop a healthy obsession with promoting people to district manager. Up until July 2014, I'd only promoted 1 district manager. It wasn't really a main focus of mine. So from that moment on, my mission was now to personally sponsor and commit to getting these people to district manager within 3 months of them starting. My strategy for this was to get them into qualification with 2,500 QVs, so going into qualification strong, and filling their diary up with 4 launches in their start month and 10 one-to-ones. I literally held hands with these people, glued them to my hip, and gave them my total support and commitment. And they matched it. They matched it 100%, and I promoted out 3 more district managers by the March 2015. So tip number 5. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development, because success is something you attract by the person you become, and that's by Jim Rohn. So if you ever feel stuck in your business, I believe you're not doing enough personal development. I decided that if I wanted to have more, I needed to do more, so I committed to simply doubling the personal development that I was doing. So up until that time, I was reading 1 book a month, so I just doubled it to 2. And then by the March, I'd upped that to 3 books a month. The type of books I was reading were Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Eat That Frog, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be, Drop the Pink Elephant, The 4-Year Career, all the books that you've heard. Read them, they work, I promise you. I also got into affirmations heavily, and writing my gratitude list and writing out my goals every single day. This basically created a really, really strong, firm belief in myself, in my business, and in my goals. And through that use of affirmations, I really, really believe